Shinchaoing. You are the legitimate wife of the Prince of War. You are not a fisherwoman who makes a living by the sea. Standing in front of so many people, rolling up your sleeves and lifting your skirt. Are you trying to make the prince's estate look even more disgraceful? Sister. Mother is doing this for your own good. The prince has already been defeated and exiled. He is already feeling terrible inside. If you continue to cover yourself in sea mud, you will only become a laughingstock to others. Wouldn't that make the prince feel even more embarrassed? Is the prince not embarrassed enough? I don't know. But I do know that 63 people in this household need to eat tonight. If mother and the concubine have other solutions, I will roll down my sleeves right now. How insolent. You dare to talk back to your elders now? Back in the capital, you were never as polite or sensible as Wanru. Now that we are on a deserted island, you have become even more unruly. Sister. Don't be angry with mother. Although we are in dire straits now, our status remains. If the prince's estate loses its last shred of dignity, how will the prince ever be able to stand tall again? Dignity is of course important. But if people starve to death, there will be nothing left but a straw mat. Does the concubine think that dignity is more important than surviving the night? Sister, why must you speak so harshly? I'm only worried that you don't understand these things from the sea. What if you poison someone? In the end, won't the prince be the one to take the blame? That is still better than standing here, waiting for bags of rice to fall from the sky. Prince. Sister says she wants to go to the sea to find food. I have already tried to persuade her, but sister refuses to listen. Mother is only afraid that something might happen to her. You've come at the right time. Look at her current state. Where is there any trace of a princess's dignity? Are you sure you can find food here? Yes. I can. At least it will allow everyone to have a bowl of hot porridge tonight. There is no need to cling to those 2 bags of moldy brown rice. Sister rarely even entered the kitchen back at the estate. How did you suddenly learn all this? People always change. You can't just eat anything from the sea. If you act on impulse, I fear it will harm everyone. If the concubine is worried, you don't have to eat. I won't force you. Sister, that's not what I meant. I just think you are now the primary wife of the prince's estate. Every action you take represents the estate. If you really want to do this, you should have discussed it with the prince first, instead of doing it in front of the servants and islanders. I am already discussing it. Prince, I am going down to the mudflats to forage. I need 2 people to help me. I need bamboo baskets. I need a pot to boil water. Whatever we find, give it to the elderly, children, and the wounded first. Distribute the rest afterwards. If you think it's inappropriate, you can stop me now. How confident are you? 70%. What about the remaining 30%? The remaining 30% depends on whether they are willing to listen. Don't dig if you don't know how. Don't eat anything you don't recognize. We must get back to shore before the tide rises. Take 2 people to follow the princess. Whatever she tells you to do, just do it. Understood, sir. Yuya. Are you really going to let her mess around? What could a woman from a sheltered household know about foraging? Mother. The guards abandoned us here. We only have 2 bags of moldy rice left. If we don't find food today, everyone will go hungry tonight. Since she says she can try, let her try. The prince trusts sister. That is naturally a good thing. But if sister fails, everyone will be disappointed. That would be even more painful. Don't worry, concubine. When I can't do it, I will naturally admit it. But before I admit it, can you stop standing on the shore and being a nuisance? Take off your shoes. Follow behind me. Don't step randomly. There are broken shells on the beach. It will be troublesome if you cut your feet. Princess, can I really be of help? I've never done this before. I'm afraid I'll be clumsy and drag you down. If you don't know how, learn. Look at these small holes. There are usually clams underneath. First, use a wooden stick to loosen the mud. Then use your hands to feel for them. Be gentle. Don't break the shells. Princess, do you really have? There really is food here. Princess, can we cook these things as soon as we dig them up? We can't cook them directly. We need to keep them in seawater for a while. Let them spit out the mud and sand. Otherwise, you'll end up with a pot full of grit. I'll remember that, princess. So crabs and sea snails are edible too? Yes. Just don't go reaching into holes blindly when catching crabs. Don't blame me if you get pinched. Princess, will the crabs be very fierce? They will. But no matter how fierce they are, they won't be worse than starving. Mother, sister is acting like this today. It looks like she's doing it on purpose for the prince to see. The prince is soft-hearted by nature. If she really steals the spotlight, I'm afraid no one in the estate will listen to you in the future. If she truly has the ability, I wouldn't say anything. I'm just afraid she's showing off for a moment. And in the end, Jewel will have to clean up the mess. The original Shenchaoing might have been sad. But I am not her. I am not from this world. In the beginning, I was just an ordinary person in the modern world. After an accident, I transmigrated into a beast world. I was picked up and raised by the Sea Clan. Over there. No one taught me how to be a dignified princess. No one taught me how to please my mother-in-law. The Sea Clan only taught me one thing. To survive, you have to learn to understand the sea. I lived there for 10 years. And even awakened water-based powers. When I opened my eyes again, I had become Shenchaoing, the unloved wife of the Prince of War in the Great Jing Dynasty. Xiaoju was never close to me. And he was never close to Lin Wanru either. Everyone in the estate knows that I am only a wife in name, a mere decoration for the imperial decree. Although Lin Wanru is a concubine, she has the favor of the Empress Dowager. Her life was much easier than mine. But now, the dignity of the prince's estate has been torn to shreds by the decree of exile. Who can provide food for everyone? Whose words will actually carry weight? Princess, there is another one here. Put it in. Move 2 steps to the left. The mud is wetter there. There should be another nest underneath. Princess, can you tell if there is anything under the mud? I can tell. It's not by looking. It's by listening. The sound of the water is different. There are more empty spaces in the mud. The way it feels when you step on it is also different. There really is something. Oh. Don't just stand there. Look for the small holes, as the princess said. Be gentle. Put them in the basket once you find them. If anyone doesn't recognize them, ask the princess first. Don't eat anything randomly. Prince, you are still injured. The reefs are slippery. You'd better not come over. Sister has always had her own ideas. You can just watch from here. I'll go take a look. Don't worry, concubine. The prince is just watching. No need to go into the mud. Besides, he is a man who has led armies into battle. He wouldn't be scared off by a reef. There might be things in the rock crevices that bite. Don't reach your hand in too deep. I know how to catch them. Have you really learned these things before? When you are hungry enough, you are willing to learn anything. When you were at the estate, you never said anything like this. When the prince was at the estate, he never asked what I was capable of either. Princess. Such a big one. Can it make a pot of porridge? It will add a lot of flavor. Let's find some seaweed later. The porridge won't be too bland. Princess. If there are more in this reef, can we really be full tonight? I can't promise we'll be full, but everyone will have a bowl of something hot. No problem. Don't let it crawl out. This thing runs quite fast. I'm watching it. If it runs away, I'll just sit on the basket. Ha ha ha. You nobles from the capital. You can actually dig food out of the mud. Princess. This is Chan Lauchi, an old fisherman on the island. The young man next to him is called Ake. Princess. This mudflat looks calm, but the tide rises quickly. If you just focus on foraging and can't get back in time, don't blame me for not warning you. Thanks for the warning. In a little over an hour, the water will cover that black reef. In an hour, you won't be able to stand here. Wow, you really know how to read the tide. Many of our young people on the island can't judge it right. You only arrived today. How do you know it so clearly? Aki. Be more polite to the princess. Yeah. It's fine. His question was quite reasonable. I don't know this island well. I just understand the sea a little. Understand the sea? But you can't say things so accurately. Princess. The spot where you were digging for crabs. Did you figure that out too? That crevice is in the shade. There's a water current, and small fish and shrimp, so crabs love to hide there. You've lived by the sea for years. You should know better than me. Then do you know where else there might be some? My mother is sick, and we have no rice to cook today. If I could find a couple of snails, I could make her some soup. You child. Stop talking nonsense. Go over there. Don't flip the big rocks. Just flip those small ones on the side. There should be sea snails underneath. But don't take the small ones. Leave them so they can grow. Uncle Chi. She was right. There really are some here. Princess. Let me ask you one thing. How on earth did you know there was treasure hidden here? Don't be afraid of the sea. If you can listen to it, it will provide for you. Because the sea can speak. If you listen long enough, you'll understand it too. It's just that sometimes, when people are too hungry, they don't dare to believe it can still offer a way to survive. Talking nonsense again. Aren't you afraid of being laughed at? Don't be angry, mother. It's a good thing that sister found food today. It's a good thing. It's just that her personality is really too easy to invite gossip. If it lets everyone eat, a little gossip won't hurt anyone. A mere servant. Daring to talk back? If you want to punish her, mother, wait until she's finished eating. The basket of things in her hand is the flavor for tonight's porridge. Enough. Whoever finds food today has made a contribution. The prince's estate is no longer in the capital. There's no need to use old rules to pressure people. Your Highness, Mother is just concerned for the estate. Don't be angry with her because of sister. Wanner. Mother isn't feeling well. Help her back to rest. The sea breeze is strong here. Not suitable for standing long. This is only the first day. They won't truly respect me just because of one basket of seafood. But it doesn't matter. If one basket isn't enough, then one pot of porridge. If one pot of porridge isn't enough, then one fishing ground. Call everyone who can move over here. Dig for another hour. We must leave before the tide comes in. When we get back, boil water first. Let the clams spit out the sand, wash the crabs clean, and pick the tender seaweed. If you really understand the sea, princess, do you dare to check out Reef Bay tomorrow? Why wouldn't I? The undercurrents are strong there, boats easily capsize, and some say pirates often pass through that area. Pirates. Undercurrents. Reef Bay. This island is certainly not just a simple deserted island. Let's eat tonight's meal first. Tomorrow's sea. We'll see tomorrow. Shinchowing. How much more do you know? Your Highness will slowly find out in the future. Princess, is this really enough for the whole estate to eat? It looks like a lot to me, but there are so many people. Of course, it's not enough to be full, but made into porridge, at least it will give everyone some warmth in their bellies. Princess, I've been hungry in the army before, but I never thought you could dig food out of this sea mud. People by the sea rely on the sea to eat. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just that you didn't lack rice and grain before, so you didn't consider these things as food. Princess, how do we handle these shells? We can't just throw them into the pot with the shells, right? Keep them in seawater first. Let them spit out the sand. Scrub the crabs clean. And pick and wash the tender seaweed. Boil the rice in the pot first. If there's little rice, add more water. And add the seafood once the porridge is boiling. The princess explains it so clearly. It's as if you've really done it before. Our princess knows many things. That big crab just now was caught by the princess herself from a rock crevice. But the dowager is used to eating light food. What if she thinks it's too fishy? If she thinks it's fishy, serve her less. We're not hosting a banquet in the capital today. There's no need for so many formalities. If it's edible and keeps you alive, it's a good meal. Shinshawing. You've become quite eloquent. The estate has fallen on hard times. That doesn't mean you can use these messy things to fool your elders. Mother. Sister has good intentions. It's just that she hasn't managed the kitchen before. So she didn't think things through. If the taste doesn't suit you later, I'll think of another way. The concubine has another way? Then just say it. Let everyone hear it. I just meant, if mother isn't used to it, I can rinse the moldy rice a few more times and boil a bowl of clear porridge for mother. Those 2 bags of moldy rice will last at most 2 days. If the concubine truly cares for mother, you should think of ways to get her to eat things that nourish her, instead of clinging to a bowl of clear porridge to save face. Are you blaming Wanru? I'm not blaming her. I'm just reminding her that words must be backed by action. Can't always be me going into the sea, me digging the mud and me cooking, while she stands on the side saying she's worried. If sister finds me an eyesore, I'll leave. It's just that mother isn't well. I said a few extra words because I was afraid she'd be wronged. Don't go. Since you're so filial, stay and help. The seaweed needs picking. The clams need washing. The crabs need scrubbing. The concubine can surely do one of these. She's frail. How could she do such rough work? Then let her sit and keep mother company. You take 2 people to boil the water and scrub the pots clean first. Please have those who are less injured help with the firewood. Children and the wounded shouldn't crowd over here yet. Call them when the porridge is ready, quickly. Princess. Keeps moving. Makes me nervous. If it didn't move, it wouldn't be fresh. Does it hurt if it pinches you? It hurts. So don't put your hand in front of it. If you're really scared, let Han Zhao do it. I'll do it. As a man who wields a sword, I shouldn't be afraid of a crab. Haha. Gardhan, hold it steady. It's fiercer than me. It's certainly not very reasonable. Ha ha ha. Your Highness, you've come at the right time. When we serve the porridge, I need your men to maintain order. The elderly, children, and the wounded eat first. Everyone else lines up. No snatching. It's already been arranged. If it's not arranged well, once the pot is opened, everyone will be so hungry they'll easily cause chaos. Have you managed so many people before? I've managed them in my dreams. Are there seas in your dreams too? Yet. And tides even fiercer than here. Then this pot of porridge. Can I trust it? Yes. If your Highness is worried, I'll drink the first bowl. No need. If you really wanted to harm people, you wouldn't have gone into the sea while starving yourself. Mother, it smells so good. Can we eat now? Almost there. Wait a little longer. Don't go bothering the princess. Chingha, get the bowls. Princess, the porridge isn't quite ready yet. Drink some hot soup first to line your stomach. Norus. Ladle out some soup first. Give the children something to soothe their throats. Don't scoop up the clam meat, it's too hot. Sister is certainly good at buying people's hearts. If you're willing, concubine, you can go and buy some hearts too. There's still firewood over there. Once you've chopped it, everyone will be grateful to you. Shinshawing. Must you be so sharp-tongued? Mother, you've misunderstood. I'm only speaking the truth. Whoever is willing to work now wins the hearts of the people. It's only fair. The princess is right. Yuea. You're dead set on protecting her today, aren't you?
I'm protecting
the person who can feed everyone. My lord, I know I'm useless. I can't go into the sea like sister. Nor can I speak so eloquently in front of everyone. But I'm only worried about Mother. Is that a crime? There's nothing wrong with worrying about Mother. But we're not in the capital anymore. Everyone in the manor needs to survive. If you don't want to help, then stay quiet. Don't distract those who are working. Princess. I've never smelled such fragrant porridge. Who knew these shells could be boiled? And not just be edible, but smell this good? It's because you're hungry. When people are hungry, they truly know what's good. Is this really safe to eat? Yes. If you're worried, Mother. I'll take a sip first. Mother. If you feel unwell, please don't force yourself. Sister is doing this for the first time. It might not be to your taste. Today's? It's not as strange as I thought. Then it's delicious. Sister has worked hard today. But eating this kind of thing occasionally is fine. We can't rely on it every day. Of course not. That's why tomorrow we'll watch the tides, look for schools of fish, and find a place to harvest salt. Just foraging on the beach won't be enough to feed the whole island. What else do you have in mind? If I told you now, you might not believe me, my lord. Let's see if the sea is kind to us tomorrow first. If the sea is kind? Yes. If the fish come to the shore tomorrow, we can hold out for a few more days. If they don't, we'll have to think of something else. Princess, can you really predict the fish? I can tell a little. By the tide lines, by the seabirds, and by the wind. If the seabirds gather to the east tonight, there will likely be fish near Reef Bay tomorrow morning. Princess, Reef Bay is dangerous. The undercurrents are strong there. Outsiders easily get into trouble. That's why I need someone who knows the way. Do you want me to take you? Not right now. You can think about it tonight. If there really are fish tomorrow, I'll give you 30%. Princess, I can go too. I'm a good swimmer. I've been to Reef Bay. Don't cause trouble. That's no place for a child to play. I'm 15 already. How am I a child? Besides, my mother is still sick. My family needs to eat. You can come. But you must follow orders. If you don't, I'd rather not have you lead the way. I'll listen. I promise not to run off. Princess, this kid is very stubborn. If you really let him go, I'll have to follow. Then it's settled. Tomorrow morning, meet me at the beach before the tide goes out. I'm going to. My lord, your injuries haven't healed yet. How can you go to the beach in the morning wind? Sister wants to find fish. Just let the servants accompany her. Why must you go yourself?
Juea.
Wanru is right. You are the backbone of this manor. You shouldn't exhaust yourself for such trifles. Is this a trifle? No. If we can find fish tomorrow, the manor can hold out a few more days. If we can't, everyone will continue to starve. Then I'm going. Eat first. Tomorrow's business we'll deal with tomorrow. Princess, did you hear that? They all say you're amazing. I heard. Are you happy? I am. But don't be happy too soon. Tonight was just the first meal. There's a long road ahead. I'm not afraid. As long as I follow the princess, this deserted island doesn't seem so scary anymore. There's a subtle vibration under the water, pushing toward the shore in layers. It's not just a simple tide. It's the movement caused by a large school of fish, churned up by their tails as they approach. Tomorrow morning, there really will be fish, and in large numbers. Mother, sister is stealing all the spotlight today. The Lord never cared about her before, but today he protected her in front of everyone. This continues. Will there be a place for me in this manor? What are you trying to say? If she really goes to Reef Bay tomorrow, Mother, you should try to stop her. She's just lucky right now. If she achieves another success, I'm afraid the Lord will hand everything over to her. So she's not afraid of me getting hurt. She's afraid that I won't get hurt. Princess, I didn't oversleep, did I? You said last night we'd go to the beach to look for fish. I was afraid of missing it, so I got up before dawn. You can barely keep your eyes open, and you say you didn't miss it? I'm just too happy. Everyone had porridge last night. So many people in the courtyard were asking this morning if there would be food today. Will there be? It depends on if the sea is kind to us. And if it isn't, we'll find a way to make it so. Is the Lord planning to go into the sea himself? I won't go in. I'll just follow and watch. You said yesterday, if there's a school of fish today, the manor can hold out for a few more days. This is no small matter. Your injuries haven't healed. You won't be able to help much. Is the princess saying I'm a hindrance? It's not that you're a hindrance. It's that I'm afraid you'll actually become one. If I'm a hindrance, you can just say so. Then let me be clear. When we get to the beach, don't use your status as a lord to pressure the fishermen. They know these waters better than we do. Also, Don't approach any ships you don't recognize. The undercurrents at Reef Bay are strong. No one should try to be a hero. I'll listen to you. Maybe he doesn't trust me. He just trusts a way to survive. My lord. Are you really going to Reef Bay with sister? Mother was worried all night last night. This morning, she barely ate any porridge. Yuea, you are the backbone of this manor. If Shinchaoin wants to make a fuss, let her take a few servants and go. Why must you follow her yourself? Mother, this isn't just her business today. Sister found seafood yesterday. I'm happy for her too. But foraging on the beach is different from going out on a boat. Sister isn't from this island after all. If her judgment is wrong, wouldn't she be leading everyone into danger? The concubine makes a valid point. That's why I'm not forcing anyone to go today. Those who want to come, follow me. Those who don't, stay on the island. If my judgment is wrong, I'll come back and admit my mistake. If I'm right, the fish we catch today will be distributed to those who worked last night first. Shinchaoin, what do you mean by this? Are you saying those who didn't go to sea with you don't deserve to eat? They deserve to eat, but those who work more should get more. That's not wrong, is it? Yesterday some people dug clams, some washed seaweed, some chopped wood and boiled water, and some just stood on the shore watching all day. Does the princess consort think that both sides should get an equal share? Sister, the way you put it makes it sound like you're blaming me for not doing the manual labor. But if I were to do that kind of rough work, who would take care of the princess mother? Then the concubine will continue to care for the princess mother today. We are going to find fish. You all stay and guard the courtyard. Everyone has their own tasks. As long as you don't hold people back from leaving, that counts as helping. Let's do it this way. Princess consort, do you think the concubine didn't want you to go? It's not that she didn't want me to go. Then what is she thinking? She wants to make sure I don't succeed. How could she be like that? If it weren't for you yesterday, everyone would have gone to sleep hungry. Even if she isn't going to help, she shouldn't be hoping you'll fail. That's just how people are. Some hope you'll save them. Others hope you'll trip and fall. Aren't you angry, princess consort? Anger won't turn into fish to eat. We'll just haul in more nets later. That's more effective than scolding her 10 times over. I understand, your highness. If you can slap them in the face with fish, there's no need to argue with words. Princess consort, let me say this plainly first. The channel at Reef Bay is narrow with strong undercurrents. If we don't find fish today, we'll come back immediately. We can't force it. Understood. Also, you must listen to me on the boat. Things at sea are different from on land. Just because you could read the tides yesterday doesn't mean you can steer a boat today. I'll listen to you on the boat, but the fish will listen to me. Uncle Chi, the princess consort is being fair. You manage the boat, she manages the fish. Isn't that perfect? Stop your chatter. Once we're on the boat, no standing at the bow. No showing off. Do you hear me? Look, princess consort, Uncle Chi always says I'm just a kid, but I'm actually a great swimmer. When the boat capsized at East Bay last year, I was the one who dragged Brother Ernyo back. Being a good swimmer doesn't mean you don't have to listen. The sea doesn't fear the brave. It only fears those who don't listen. If you mess around, I won't take you next time. I promise I'll listen. If you tell me to go east, I won't go west. You know everyone on the island, right? I do. The island is only so big. How many people in each family? Whose boat is leaking? Whose net is torn? I know it all. That's perfect. If there's work to be done later, you'll be very useful. What else does the princess consort plan to do? Let's get today's fish back first. We'll talk about the future later. Princess consort, I still don't understand. You said last night the fish would come to shore today. What exactly are you basing that on? If you're just watching the wind and birds, you can only make a rough guess. You can't gamble with the lives of everyone on the boat. Look at those seabirds. They're flying low but not landing. That means there are small fish underneath, but the school hasn't fully surfaced yet. And the wind, it's pushing toward the bay mouth today. The school will be forced into the outer side of Reef Bay. What you're saying? Even an old fisherman could see a bit of it. But you've only been here one day. How can you see it so clearly? I told you. I know a little about the sea. Every movement in the water has meaning. Big fish darting, currents hitting reefs, tides rolling back. They're all different. The water is telling me. The fish are coming. Get on the boat. If we wait any longer, the school will scatter. Fine, I'll trust the princess consort just this once. You stay on the shore. If there really are fish later, have them prepare wooden barrels and salt water. Also, don't let people crowd the pier. Princess consort, I want to go with you too. The boat is small. It won't be stable with too many people. You stay on the shore. You're useful to me there. Then I will make sure everything is arranged on the shore. Princess consort, please be careful. Princess mother, if sister really can't find fish today, the prince will know that she was just lucky yesterday. Don't be nervous, brothers. Although this boat is old, Uncle Chi has patched it many times. It won't fall apart easily. That sounds even more terrifying. Aki, if you don't know how to talk, just shut up. These people are from the battlefield. They don't fear blades or spears. So why would they fear a boat? Blades and spears are on the ground. The boat is on the water. Is that the same thing? If you're not used to it, sit down. I can handle it, Your Highness. Steer left, don't get too close to those whitecaps. There are hidden reefs underneath. The waves are breaking too sharply. You can even see the hidden reefs? The waves look wrong. The movement under the water is clear now. The school is right in front. There are a lot of them. Stop. Don't cast the net yet. Go forward another 30 feet. Then cast it horizontally. The school isn't coming out of the bay. It's being driven in from the outside by the wind, but the water is fast there. The net will easily get pulled off course. That's why we cast it horizontally. We can't go with the current. Aki, keep an eye on the left float. Shout as soon as it starts to sink. Got it. What should we do? Don't move yet. Wait until the net tightens, then help pull. Don't waste your energy at the start. You're very experienced with these arrangements. Didn't the prince say to listen to me? Then ask less, and watch more. Princess consort, if this net comes up empty, the people on shore will probably gossip again. They're gossiping plenty right now anyway. Doesn't it bother you? It's useless to be bothered. If there are fish in the net, they'll naturally shut up. If there are no fish, it doesn't matter how much I say. You've always been like this. Like what? Not arguing over petty words. Only looking at the results. Not really. I used to argue too. I even cried when I couldn't win an argument. Later I realized, no one at sea listens to you cry. Only if you swim to shore yourself. Do you win? The float moved. Something really is in the net. It's a whole school. Be careful. The left side is sinking. Quick, quick, the net is about to snap. Don't pull it in yet. Let them swim further in first. Hold down the right rope. Prince, tell your men to sit still. Don't lean to one side or the boat will capsize. Everyone listen to the princess consort. Keep the boat steady. Uncle Chi, it really is a school of fish. So many fish. I told you the princess consort was amazing. Pull slowly. Don't let the net tear. You're right. But it's not over yet. This is just the first wave. There's more behind it. Chinlauchi, don't let the boat get too heavy. Send a portion back to shore first, then come back for the second haul. Listen to the princess consort. Push the barrels over. Don't let the fish get crushed. Princess consort, will we be able to eat fish on the island today? Yes. Will we be able to eat our fill? If the second haul goes well, at least the elderly and children will be full. Then my mother can have fish soup too. I'll save two with fewer bones for you. Thank you, princess consort. There's fish. The princess consort really brought fish back. So many fish. The princess consort found all of these. Line up to move the fish. No grabbing. The princess consort said, send some to the kitchen shed first, and keep the rest in seawater. The barrels are all ready. The princess consort said we need salt water. I've prepared that too. Sister, you're truly surprising today. It seems it wasn't just luck yesterday. It seems you really do have some skills, sister. You don't have to force yourself to compliment me, concubine. If you don't want to. You can just stay silent. You've misunderstood me, sister. It's just that these fish appeared so suddenly. I don't know if they'll stay fresh. If you were truly happy, concubine, you can go to the kitchen shed and help gut the fish. Enough. Wanru is frail. She can't do that kind of work. Then she should just sit there. We have plenty of fish today anyway. We don't need the concubine's help. There's a lot to do today. Don't cry. My prince, that remark was even more heart-wrenching than the princess's. Pull the net, quickly. Steady on the right side. Don't let the net snag on the reef. Princess,
I'm impressed.
you don't just know a little about the sea. You know more than those of us who have lived by the coast our whole lives. It's not that I'm better than you. It's just that you've been scared by years of hardship. You know where the fish are, but you're afraid of capsizing. You're afraid of pirates and afraid that even if you catch something, it'll be stolen. The princess is right. We used to have fish and salt on this island, but as soon as the pirates came, everything was gone. Let them watch. It's more useful than arguing with them. Uncle Chi, look over there. Whose boat is that? Princess. That's not one of our island's boats. Uncle Chi, are they pirates? The fish have arrived. And so has the trouble. Uncle Chi, he's leaving. Should we chase them? They must be pirates. They're definitely going back to report this, with your 2 legs. Or with our leaky, broken boat. We can't just watch him leave like that. If he really is a pirate, what will we do when he comes back with more men in a few days? He didn't dock today, which means he was just scouting. He saw we caught so many fish, and he saw how many people are here. He might not dare to attack directly. How long is a short time? Hard to say. Could be 3 to 5 days or 10. It depends on whether they think this island is worth raiding. But with so many people on the shore today, if they target us, we'll be in trouble. There's no garrison on the island. My prince, this is an island of exile. The authorities just dump us here and that's it. Who cares if we live or die? Anyone on the island who can fight hides in the mountains when the pirates come. Where would a garrison come from if the pirates really come? The prince's old soldiers are injured, and there are barely 20 men left who can hold a blade. Let's go back first. Aren't we going to think of a way? What do the pirates want to steal? We need to figure out what we have first. What are they afraid of? Then we'll slowly fill in the gaps. The princess says this, as if she already has a plan. A little bit, but it's not enough. Today's fish can help us survive the immediate crisis, but it won't last long. So we can't just fish. Right. We need to farm fish. We need to produce salt. We need to repair our boats. We need to turn this island into a place the pirates won't dare to touch. Princess, are you saying we won't have to gamble our luck every day? We'll have fish to eat even when we go out to sea? Yes. If we build fish pens and farm fish in the shallows, the tides will be our granary. Farming fish in the sea? I heard foreign merchants talk about that when I was young. But that requires wooden stakes and nets. And you have to understand the tides. That's why I need you. Me? You know the island's bays well, and you're a fisherman. I understand the tides and the fish schools, but I don't know every reef here. We'll each do what we're best at. And me can dive. And I can lead the way.
I'm fast.
Can you finish your mother's medicine first, before you try to be a hero? Uncle Chi, my mother is the one taking the medicine, not me. You're in too. But I'll say this up front. You can help with the work, but no playing the hero. I listened to the princess. Sister, you brought so many people back today. Do you have some kind of plan? Shinchowing. The manor is already chaotic enough. Don't just bring anyone here. We're in exile. Not running a charity. Mother, you've misunderstood. Uncle Chan knows the sea conditions better than anyone on the island. Iche is a good swimmer. Gathering seafood today, catching fish today. What will you do tomorrow? You are the princess, not the manager of a fishing village. Your status can't be put in a cooking pot. Yesterday's seafood porridge, today's fish. were all traded for by these fish, shrimp, and nets. If it weren't for them, the whole manor would still be guarding 2 bags of moldy rice. Sister has a point. But you're interfering in everything now. Even bringing the island's fishermen into the fold, people will inevitably think the manor relies entirely on you. Concubine, you've got that backwards. If the prince is the backbone, he should know better than to lock everyone in the courtyard to wait for death. Just to save face for the prince. Enough. You don't even respect Wanru anymore. Does the prince think I'm causing trouble for you? No. You brought the fish back. You arranged the porridge. If it weren't for you today, the manor would still be short on food. Choween isn't messing around. She's helping us survive. Helping is fine. But if she uses this small contribution to overstep the rules of the manor in the future, are you going to let her do that too? The manor has already reached a deserted island. Keep the old rules that work and put the ones that don't aside. The most important thing now is to survive. Gathering seafood and fishing can only save us for a moment, not for a lifetime. If we want to survive on this island and even live more securely than before, we must do 4 things. Which 4 things? First, dry and salt the fish to store food. Second, find salt pans to produce salt. We can use the salt ourselves or trade it for boat timber, iron tools, and cloth. Third, enclose the shallows to farm fish and shellfish. We can't rely on luck to go out to sea every time. Fourth, repair the barge and turn it into a boat that can protect the island. Princess, does this mean we can have our own big ships in the future? It's too early to talk about big ships. Let's get the broken boat seaworthy first and get the salt produced. These things are actually done. Life on the island will be much better. But princess, salt pans aren't built overnight. It's hard to say if the people in the manor are willing to get in the water. Those willing to work will be paid by the day. Fish, salt, and shellfish will all be distributed based on work points. The elderly and children can do light work too. No one will be left to suffer alone. That's a good way to do it, princess. Everyone will know how much they've done and how much they'll get. That way there won't be any chaos. My men can start by cutting stakes and moving stones. Those who are badly injured can stay in the courtyard and mend nets. Choween, you're not acting like a princess. You're acting like the island master. Mother, sister is just anxious to earn merit. Because no one else is in charge. Everyone is probably. You don't need to make excuses for me. I do want to take charge of this. If you're just afraid of me earning merit, then just bear with it for now. Sister, why do you always think of me that way? I'm just worried you're too tired. And worried about the prince being gossiped about. Then you can help me be a little less tired today. How? The kitchen shed needs to dry fish. The fish need to be gutted, salted, and hung on ropes. Unless the concubine doesn't want to get her hands dirty. And I don't want to move logs either. Doing this should be fine, right? Wanru is physically weak. She can't stand the smell of fish. Then keep the records. Give the concubine a charcoal pencil. Let her sit under the eaves and keep track. Who moved the wooden stakes? Who cast the nets? And who dried the fish? Write it all down. I'll go get it right away. This isn't smelly or tiring. This is a good arrangement. Since you've already arranged it, sister, I naturally won't refuse. There's no need to argue now. Keep the accounts. Get the work done. And it will speak louder than any words. My lady, this spot is actually quite suitable. It's just that the net is too old. If there's a high tide, I'm afraid it won't hold. Just hold out for these few days. Once the salt is dried, how deep should the stakes be driven? Here, right here. And over there. Don't line them up in a straight row. Drive them in at an angle with the current. The tide won't hit the net as hard when it comes in, and the fish won't easily scatter. My lady, once the fish trap is finished, can I bring my mother to see it? She definitely won't believe we can really farm fish in the sea. You can. So, will this be like a giant fish basket from now on? Pretty much. Except this basket grows in the sea. You said today you wanted to turn the fishing boats into ships that can protect the island. Yes. Do you think it can be done? Whether it can be done depends on if the prince dares to start from scratch. I used to lead the most elite cavalry of the Great Jing. Not naval troops. That's perfect. Perfect. Cavalry values speed, and so do naval troops. Cavalry must understand the terrain. You know how to fight. Chen Laoqi knows the sea. Han Zhao can lead men, and HA can guard the waterways. All that's missing is bringing these people together. You've even included me in your plans. Is the prince unwilling? It's not that I'm unwilling. I just didn't expect that one day someone would ask me to start training an army by farming fish. Don't look down on it, Your Highness. Great ships and navies all start from the very first wooden stake. Fine. Then I'll wait to see what your first stake can yield. Look. The fish really stayed. Once the first stake is driven, our livelihood won't just depend on luck anymore. They stayed. My lady, look, the fish really stayed. Don't clap, you'll scare them all away. My lady, does this mean we'll have our own fish from now on? It's just the beginning. Leave 2 people to keep watch tonight. Check the stakes before the high tide, and don't let the nets get loose. I'll arrange it. This deserted island isn't a dead end. It's just that no one knows how to use it. Sister, you've been busy all day. You must be exhausted. But I noticed so many people listed in the accounts. If the fish trap doesn't work out in the end, wouldn't everyone have gone through all that trouble for nothing? It won't be for nothing. Even if the fish trap fails, the stakes can still be used, the old nets can still be mended, and the people have learned how to work together. As long as you learn one thing, it's not a waste of effort. Sister, you always have such a way with words. No wonder the prince trusts you more and more these days. If you want the prince to trust you, concubine, you could also do something worthy of trust. Shinshawing. You're really getting better at using your words to pressure people. My lady, what happened? Something's wrong with the fish trap. My lady, it's my dereliction of duty. It wasn't washed away by the waves. Of course not. Who did this? We spent all day yesterday building this. The culprit is familiar with the water and also with your guard post. It wouldn't be easy for an outsider to sneak in. Investigate. The first fish trap was just finished. And already someone doesn't want this island to survive. Don't make a scene. Right now, whoever is the loudest looks the most guilty. My lady, those words were too harsh. The fish trap was clearly built by everyone's hard work. How did it become your fault? Because they don't dare blame the pirates. And they don't dare blame themselves for failing to guard it. So they can only blame the most visible person. My lady, the people guarding the fish trap last night were my men. Both guards lost consciousness. It's my dereliction of duty. Don't be in such a rush to take the blame. Are they badly hurt? Not badly. Just a slight bump on the back of the head. They said they didn't see who it was when they woke up. Then it was someone they knew. To be able to get behind them, without alerting them, means the person wasn't a complete stranger. Are you suspecting someone in the prince's household, my lady? It's not suspicion. It's a necessary investigation. Investigate. Everyone in the household. And everyone on the island must be investigated. Is the prince afraid of what I might uncover? The fish trap is the rice bowl for the whole household. Whoever smashes the rice bowl is the one who looks ugly. Your Highness, such a big thing happened last night. Sister must be feeling terrible. But this shouldn't be blamed entirely on the guards. After all, everyone just arrived on the island and no one is familiar with this place yet. Shinshawing, I said yesterday that bringing so many islanders in at once would lead to trouble sooner or later. You should know by now that you can't just use anyone. Mother, who do you think destroyed it? How would I know? But you were so high profile yesterday. Everyone knew who was guarding the post. If you hadn't acted so recklessly, how could someone have found an opening? Sister, you're not wrong. You're a woman. Why push yourself so hard? Are you actually trying to say that I'm incompetent? Why do you always interpret my words in the worst way? I'm just being used by others. I'm not afraid of hard work, but I am afraid of you being used. Sister, are you talking about me? Whoever I'm talking about. We'll know once we investigate. What do you mean by that? Getting to the bottom of this is best for everyone. If Wanru is innocent, it will also stop others from gossiping. The prince is right. I have a clear conscience. So naturally, I'm not afraid of an investigation. It's just that sister is angry right now. And I'm afraid she'll misunderstand even more. Don't worry, concubine. I investigate facts, not tears. How do you plan to investigate? Keep it quiet for now. List everyone who knew the guard shift schedule last night and list them all out. Also, the footprints left by the fish trap. Don't let anyone trample them. Send 2 people to watch them. The pulled up stakes and torn old nets. Leave them as they are for now. Don't rush to fix them. Won't the remaining fish all run away? Most have already escaped, and not many are left anyway. Finding the person is more important than the fish right now. Let me go look at the footprints. I've been running on mudflats since I was a child. I can tell whose footprints are deeper. To some extent, I'll go too. I recognize the footprints of most people on the island. If it really was an islander, they might not be able to hide it from me. Fine, you go. But don't go around arresting people randomly. Come back and tell me. I know, my lady, don't worry. I won't be impulsive. You'd better really know that. 7th uncle, I keep my word in front of the lady. Sister wants to see the accounts? I remember all the work points from yesterday clearly. Who came and who didn't? Who did how much? I haven't shown any favoritism. I know you remember it clearly. That's why I'm checking. Princess. Consort, you remember the details so well. Are you trying to find fault with me? Qinghe. I know you're protecting your sister. But yesterday it was my sister herself who arranged the bookkeeping. I was afraid of missing someone and afraid someone would say my sister was being unfair. That's why I recorded it in such detail. How did it become? Me finding fault in your eyes? Qinghe was a bit hasty in her speech, but consort, don't be so quick to feel wronged. The detailed records you kept are useful to me. Useful? Who was near the fish pens yesterday? Who left midway? Who knew who was on night watch? It's all recorded here. Sister, you want to investigate people through the ledger? Not just the ledger. We also need to check the salt. The wooden stakes by the fish pens were pulled out cleanly, which means the person went into the water, but the tide was cold last night. When they walked back, their soles would definitely have wet mud and salt stains. The manor is quite a distance from the beach. If they didn't have time to wash it off before returning, I'll take some men to check everyone's shoe soles and the mud prints in front of their doors. Don't make a big scene. Just say we're reassigning duties and checking whose shoes are broken, so they can be repaired. That way it won't alert anyone. You know how to investigate cases too? I don't know how to investigate cases. I've just seen beast hunting. Beast hunting? In the beast world. In my dreams. This dream of yours teaches you everything. Indeed. If you can't sleep in the future, Prince, you could try it too. The prince and my sister seem to have more rapport these days. Back at the manor, the prince rarely spoke so much to my sister. Back at the manor, we didn't lack food, so naturally the prince didn't need to ask how I find food. If you want to talk to the prince consort, you could talk about the fish pens, talk about the salt fields, or talk about how to defend against sea pirates. Sister, you know I don't understand these things. Then stop using these matters to make veiled accusations. Princess, there's something wrong with the footprints. They aren't the footprints of the villagers from Uncle Chi's village. The person was wearing old cloth shoes issued by the manor. The right side of the sole is missing a piece. Princess, I found someone. Lu Ping, a kitchen helper. His right shoe sole has a gap, and there's dried salt mud in front of his door. He said he had a stomachache last night and left his post for a while before the shift change. Where is he? I've already brought him here. Princess.
I'm innocent.
I really had a stomachache last night and went out for a bit. The beach is so far away. How would I dare to go pull up stakes? Then how did the salt mud get on your soles? I moved stakes during the day yesterday, so it's normal to have mud on my shoes. It's not the same. The mud on your soles is wet salt mud from after the night tide. Who are you trying to fool? I really don't know. Shinchaoing. You aren't going to convict someone based on just a pair of shoes, are you? I'm not convicting him based on the shoes. Lu Ping, let me ask you. When you pulled up the stakes last night, which hand did you use? I didn't pull them up. Then why is your left palm scraped? The rattan ropes of the fish pens are rough, and they were wet at night. If you had just gone out to relieve yourself, it wouldn't have been scraped like that. If you tell the truth now, I can still plead for leniency from the prince for you. If we wait for Hanjiao to find things in your room. I really didn't.
Hansa.
Search. Princess, have mercy. I was just confused for a moment. I didn't mean to harm everyone. I just thought I'd pull up a few stakes to scare people. I didn't expect so many fish to escape. You make it sound so simple. That was a fish pen everyone worked all day to build. My mother was waiting to have fish soup later. Don't be impulsive. Let the prince and princess ask. Who told you to do it? No one told me to do it. I was just confused for a moment. Yesterday you only moved stakes twice. But you left your post 3 times. The second time you went to the woodshed. The third time you went outside the consort's courtyard. If you say no one approached you. I don't believe it. What do you mean? He went outside the consort's courtyard. Are you implying one you ordered it? I didn't mention the consort. He said it. Are you going to talk or not? Sister, if you suspect me, you can ask me directly. Why use a servant to beat around the bush? I was with the dowager consort all day yesterday. I never went to the fish pens. Why are you so anxious, consort? I haven't even questioned you yet. I really wasn't ordered by the consort. I went outside the dowager consort's courtyard yesterday because I heard someone say the princess built the fish pens. And from now on, everyone in the manor must obey her orders. Those who can't do heavy work can do light work. How could you be left without food? I was afraid the princess would only value those who can go to sea. You haven't mentioned the money yet. What money? He wasn't acting on impulse last night. The rope knots on the outside of the fish pens were cut very precisely. He knew which stakes to pull to make the biggest gap. A kitchen helper wouldn't think of this on his own. Unless someone told him beforehand and gave him a reward. I really don't know who that person was. Yesterday afternoon,
Amon veringa bembuhat.
Found me behind the woodshed. He said as long as I pulled up a few stakes at night, so the fish pens wouldn't work, he'd give me money. I thought if the fish pens were ruined, the princess wouldn't force everyone to go to sea to work. I was just confused for a moment, so I took it. Did you see what that person looked like? He covered his face and kept his voice low. I only saw that on the back of his hand there was a scar from a doctor's knife, so that black-sailed ship wasn't just watching the fun. They've already sent people onto the island. Since it wasn't ordered by anyone in the manor. Then, sister, you were mistaken about everyone earlier. But now that sea pirates have reached the island, shouldn't we stop building the fish pens? I'm afraid the consequences will be even worse. They didn't come because they saw something worth stealing on this island. But if we aren't so flashy, if we don't build fish pens, don't catch fish and don't dry salt, the pirates won't come, but we'll starve to death.
Huh?
Keep him in custody for now. No private torture. And don't take his life. We'll deal with him according to manor rules tomorrow. What are you thinking about? I'm thinking. The sea pirates are faster than we thought, and smarter too. Right. They didn't just raid us directly, but made us cause chaos ourselves first. Then we can't just think about raising fish anymore. We need to dry salt, trade for wood and iron tools, and have people guard the salt. A deserted island can't just have fishermen, it must also have people who can protect them. Starting tomorrow, Hanjiao will lead the training for water patrols. You continue building the fish pens and salt fields. I'll handle the defense. Is the prince willing? Starting with a fishing protection team. You once said that large ships and a navy all start from the first wooden stake. The prince has a good memory. It's not that my memory is good. It's that I don't want to lose again. Fish pens can be rebuilt if destroyed. But the sea pirates have already reached out to this island. If we are even one step slower, we're finished. The next things to be pulled out might be more than just a few wooden stakes. Can't you all slow down a bit? The princess said, there's no rush for this. We can't afford to wait. The sea pirates have already reached the island. Who knows when they'll come back? If we set up our defenses early, the fish pens will be that much safer. Then at least have a drink of water first. If you collapse from exhaustion, the princess will have to worry about you too. I won't collapse. I still have to learn how to read the tides from the princess. Learn to listen first. Then learn to read the tides. Princess, I'm very obedient. If seventh uncle tells me to go east, I never go west. If Guard Han tells me to keep watch, I don't even dare to blink. You were clearly dozing off last night. Your head almost fell into the water bucket. I was just looking down at the fish, not dozing off. Princess, is this really salt? We won't have to rely on the coarse salt from the officials anymore. This is just the first batch. The quantity is still small. Once the salt pans are expanded, we'll be able to harvest much more. But can salt this clean be traded for ship timber and iron tools? Yes. But with the pirates watching us now, merchant ships might not dare to come close. That's why we must trade for supplies. Before the pirates launch a full-scale attack, we need ship timber. We need iron nails. And we must find a way to get bowstrings. The fish pens can be repaired slowly, and the salt pans can be expanded gradually. But if the ships aren't reinforced, the fishing guard is just all talk on the shore. I'll go find them, my lord. How much can the first batch produce? At most we can fill 6 small bags. If we only trade for basic food, it could last us a while. But I don't intend to trade for food. You want to trade for ship timber and iron tools? Yes, but if we don't trade for food, what if the fish shoals disperse and the island runs out of food again? The fish pens are stable, and the seaweed and shellfish can supplement us. We need food, but it's not the top priority. The pirates have already set their sights on us. What we lack most right now isn't a meal, but the means to protect that meal. I'll listen to you. Sister, are you really going to give all the salt away? It's not giving it away. It's trading it for supplies. Xinqiaoying. This is the first batch of salt saved since the prince's household was exiled to this desert island. And you're just going to trade it away? Those wooden and iron tools. Trading for ship timber and iron can reinforce 3 ships. And we can make a batch of fish spears and iron hooks. So we need to find a familiar ship merchant and send people to escort them. You certainly have it all planned out. Have you thought about what will happen to the people in the household? Every day, all I think about is what will happen to the people in the household. Precisely because I've thought about it, that we can't just hoard the salt in the warehouse. You're always like this. I just think we should be more cautious. The enemy knows we have fish pens, they know we have salt pans, and they know the prince's household is unstable. But that's just a guess. The pirates might not actually come. The sea patrols have seen black-sailed ships twice in the last 2 days. They don't dock. They just circle around Reef Bay and West Bay. If they were just ordinary fishing boats, they wouldn't be avoiding people like that. Then we should definitely not take the salt out. We should hide our supplies even better. We can only hide them for so long. If the pirates really land, the salt warehouse, fish pens, and fishing boats are the first things they'll look for. What we need to do now isn't to hide our supplies, but to make sure that even if they come, they can't take them. But what if you're wrong? If I'm wrong, we lose 6 bags of salt. But if you're wrong, it could be the entire island's only chance at survival. You're just trying to scare us. It's not scaring you. It's a warning. Sister, don't speak to the princess mother like that. You have the prince's trust now, and everyone listens to you, but she is still your elder. You're just hurting her feelings. We are discussing coastal defense right now, not household trifles. She says the pirates will come, and you believe her. She says the salt must be traded, and you believe her too. Don't forget, the prince's household still has me, his mother, here. Princess mother, I can be filial to you, but I cannot gamble with the safety of the entire household. So you think I'm harming the household? That's not what I meant. My lord. The princess mother is just afraid you'll suffer again. Sister's methods are too bold, and the princess mother can't handle such shocks. If you really must trade the salt, you should wait a day. Let the princess mother think it through. Waiting a day is just 1 day. If sister won't even wait 1 day, it looks like you're deliberately forcing the princess mother to bow down. Sister, look, even you are hesitating. Since that's the case, let's put the salt back in the warehouse for now. It won't be too late to trade it after we discuss it tomorrow. No, the salt must be sent away now. The sooner the better. Xinqiaoying, don't go too far. Wanru has already taken a step back, only asking you to wait 1 day. What more do you want? Princess mother, we can't wait. Why can't we wait? There are ships in the outer sea, and more than one. They are riding low in the water, and they aren't moving fast, as if they are carrying people. If I heard correctly, Princess, are you sure they will reach West Bay before tonight? You can't just make the whole household chaotic, based on a few mysterious words. Then let the sea patrols go and see. Leave now, and they can bring back news within an hour. Send men to the high ground at West Bay. Yes. Sister, with 1 word, you've sent people running to West Bay again. If it's like this every time, who can keep up? Concubine, if you're afraid everyone is tired, you can let your people stay and rest. But the prince's men must go and check. Sister, why must you put it that way? How could I have my own people? Then shut up. And don't complain on behalf of the prince's men. My lord, I'm really just worried about everyone. Anzhao, go. Very well. In this household now, seems whatever you Xinqiaoying say goes.
Come?
Princess, why won't the princess mother believe you? Before, when we were fishing and building the fish pens, when were you ever wrong? It's not that she doesn't believe me, then what is it? It's that she refuses to admit that the person she has always despised is more capable of saving the household than the one she favors. What about the concubine? She clearly knows what you're doing is useful. Why does she still try to stop you? She's afraid that the more I do, the less the prince will look at her. What time is it? And she's still thinking about these things? That's why she'll ruin things. My lord princess, there are indeed ships outside West Bay. 3 black-sailed ships, with their sails lowered, hiding behind the outer reefs. If it weren't for the princess's warning, our men wouldn't have even looked in that direction.
Huh.
Gather the fishing guard. Take those who know the water routes to West Bay. Where is Ake? Ake is guarding the fish pens. My lord, don't just guard the courtyard. If the pirates want to test us, they will definitely target the fishing boats first. If the boats are gone, we'll be trapped on this island. Send half the men to the West Bay pier. The salt. The salt is still in the warehouse. Now you remember? It's already too late. Sister. Now is not the time to blame the princess consort. Since you knew they were coming, there must still be a way, right? Secondary consort. When you stopped me, you told me not to scare everyone. Now the pirates are actually here. And you ask me if there's a way? I admit I shouldn't have stopped you earlier. But I did it for the sake of the estate's stability. Sister. You can't, just because you're angry with me, abandon everyone. Don't worry. I'm not as incapable of prioritizing as you are. What should we do? They won't launch an all-out attack on the island immediately. They're likely just here to burn the ships and raid. They're testing our defenses. The fishing guard will hold the pier. Don't pursue them too far. Chan Laochi, take your men and move all the seaworthy ships to the inner bay first. Han Zhao, guard the salt warehouse. Don't let anyone take advantage of the chaos. What about you? I'm going to the West Bay. No. You stay here and coordinate. My lord. Your men don't understand the tides. The night tide at West Bay will backflow. If the pirates circle in from the outer reef, only I can hear them coming in advance. Are you sure you want to go? Yes. I'll go with you. My lord, you cannot go. You are the backbone of this estate. If something happens to you, what will we do? I'm not going. West Bay cannot be held. Yuya. Mother. Stay in the courtyard. Tonight, no matter what you hear, don't run around. You must all come back. Princess consort, my lord. The pirates have really come. They burned the fishing boats on the west side first. Uncle Chi is holding them off, but they still have men heading toward the salt fields. Princess consort, they haven't all come ashore. They've split into 2 groups. One group is going to burn the ships. One group is sneaking toward the salt fields. Uncle Chi is holding them off, but we have too few men. We can't hold them for long. Take 10 men to the West Bay pier to save the ships first. If you can't tow them into the inner bay, do it anyway. If you can't move them, cut the anchor lines. Don't let the fire spread. Don't just look at the fire. The pirates are burning the ships to force us into chaos. What they really want to steal is the salt. Send 2 people to the back slope of the salt fields. The back slope of the salt fields, there's a small path there. If an outsider can find it, it was likely revealed by an insider like Lu Ping. Understood. Sister, since you knew the pirates would come, why didn't you hide the salt earlier? Now the ships are burned, and the salt fields are in danger too. What is the estate going to do now? The secondary consort is asking me what to do now? Why don't you think back? Who was it that persuaded the princess mother to withhold the salt shipment during the day? And refused to let us trade for ship timber and iron tools? Sister, what time do you think it is now? You're still blaming me? I was just afraid you were being too reckless. Who knew the pirates would actually come tonight? I know. I warned you. I also warned the princess mother. You didn't believe me. Now that something has happened, you ask me why I didn't hide it sooner. Secondary consort, you can't have it both ways. Shifting all the blame. Tide sounds. Can the salt fields still be held? Can we hold them? It depends on whether everyone follows orders tonight. Princess Mother, please take the elderly and children in the courtyard to the backyard now. Don't let them run around. If the secondary consort Lin is willing to help, go and count the water buckets and wet cloths. If the fire is blown over by the wind, we must defend the courtyard too. I'll go count the buckets. Right. Haven't you been saying you were worried about the estate? The estate needs you to do something now. Get all the buckets, wet cloths, medicine, and empty rooms ready. If you can't do this well, don't say you were just worried anymore. Go Wan Yu. Do as the princess consort says. Qinghe, take a few maids and look after the elderly and children. Aki, can you still run? Yes. I just choked on some water, my legs are fine. Go find Chen Laoqi, tell him not to try and stop them head-on. At the salt fields, prioritize saving the saltbacks. Save as many ships as you can. People are more important than things. No one is allowed to be a hero. You stay in the courtyard. I have to go to West Bay. It's chaotic over there. Exactly because it's chaotic. I have to go. The prince knows how to fight, but you aren't familiar with the area. The West Bay night tide. Tonight, the fire will be fueled by the wind. The tide will backflow from the southwest entrance. If the pirates want to retreat, they will definitely take that waterway. Protect the princess consort. If anything happens to her, you don't need to come back to see me. My lord, that sounds like a curse. Then you must come back safely. Don't get too close to the fire. Save what can be saved first. Don't worry about the ones that are burned through. Che, you little rascal. Who told you to run back? The princess consort sent me. She said people are more important than things. I told you not to be reckless. My lord princess consort. Why did you come here yourselves? It's very chaotic here. The pirates just passed through the small path on the east side. I'm afraid they're heading for the salt fields. Has Han Zhao arrived? He's there, blocking the back slope with his men. But the enemy knows the path. They don't look like they're here for the first time. There's an insider on the island. Don't catch the insider tonight, just guard the salt. My lord, they don't look like they want to take the island. It looks more like a smash and grab. They are testing us. Testing what? Testing how many men we have. Who's in charge? Whether the salt fields and fish pens are worth a larger raid next time, then we can't let them see clearly. Don't pursue them head-on. Move the salt bags back. Leave empty basins for them. Chen Laoqi, tell the men who are good swimmers to push the water buckets over. The ground is wet. They can't run fast while carrying salt. Ache, take your men and bang on the copper basins. The louder, the better. Make them think we have more men. I can do that. Copper basins, wooden basins, broken pots, anything will do. Bring everything that can make a sound. Princess consort. This method of yours doesn't sound like proper warfare. If it works, it's proper. Press forward and take the salt bags back. No. What's wrong? They still have a small boat on the west side. They aren't here to steal salt. They're here to cover the retreat. Hanzhao, hold the shed. I'll go. West side. Don't pursue too far. There's an undercurrent outside. Head toward the black reef on the left. Don't go toward the white waves. Don't be anxious even if you see them boarding the ship. The tide will push them back. Can you make the tide help us? I can't command the sea. But I know when it will turn against us. The princess consort was right. Their ships can't leave. Don't pursue. Guard the ships and the salt. Count the people. No one is seriously injured. Most of the ships and salt were saved. How are the salt fields? Most of it was saved. How many ships were damaged? But they can still be repaired. No one is in critical condition. That's good. Sister. Tonight's events. I was short-sighted. But if you hadn't built the salt fields and fish pens, the pirates might not have come so quickly. Why is the secondary consort still saying that? It was clearly you who stopped us during the day, refusing to let us trade for ship timber and iron tools, which caused the delay. I admit I blocked the wrong way. But I did it for safety. Qinghe. Why must you force me like this? Concubine. I don't want to argue with you tonight. But listen carefully to what I'm about to say. The sea pirates aren't targeting me. They're targeting this island. It produces salt and fish. It has ships and a way to survive. The more we want to live, the more they want to take it. If you hide our means of survival, it will only help everyone hold on a little longer. It won't make the pirates kind. From today on, the scheduling of all grain, salt, ships, and fishing on the island will be under the princess's command. The fishing protection team will be led by me and Hanzhao. But the sailing, tides, and bay defense will be decided by the princess. My lord, isn't this too much responsibility? Sister, after all, if it weren't for her tonight, the West Bay ships would have been destroyed, and the salt fields would have been lost. Chowing. I was the one who messed up during the day. Mother Concubine. From now on, matters at sea will be decided by the princess. If Mother Concubine is willing to trust her, there is still time. It's the signal from the people coming from the outer sea. Princess. They haven't gone far. Someone from the outer sea is calling out. They say in 3 days, we must hand over the salt and fishing fields. If we don't, they won't let a single boat from desolate sea island set sail. They are coming back in 3 days. 3 days. Is that enough time for you to set a trap? It is. When the pirates return in 3 days, they won't just be testing us like last night. Since they've demanded the salt and fishing fields, they intend to force us to submit. If they use force, we don't have enough men. The fishing protection team has only trained for a few days, and not many people can handle being on a ship, fighting at sea. We will definitely be at a disadvantage. The pirate ships are sturdier than ours, and they are better at fighting on the water. Then let's not fight on the water. Lure them to the shore. We have more people. We can surround them. Do you think the pirates are stupid? They make their living on the sea. They won't easily abandon their ships to come ashore. Then what should we do? We can't just, in 3 days, hand over the salt and fishing fields, right? We won't hand them over, and we won't fight them head-on. We will lure them here. Black Reef Bay. The channel there is narrow, and the bottom is full of hidden reefs. Foreign ships don't know the route, so they'll easily hit the bottom. That's why I chose it. The princess wants to let their ships get in, but not get out. The pirates are greedy for salt and greedy for the fishing fields. They think they figured out our strength last night. So in 3 days, they will definitely try to seize the salt fields directly. We will make the defenses outside the salt fields look loose and leave a path that looks the most convenient. That path leads to Black Reef Bay. Exactly. But why would they believe it? They aren't stupid. They aren't stupid, but they are greedy. If there is a map that tells them that the channel can bypass the protection team and lead directly to the back of the salt fields, they will be tempted. Princess, you want to intentionally leak a map? This method is risky. If the fake map doesn't reach the pirates, it's all for nothing. If the real map is stolen, we'll be in even more danger. So from today on, the real map will only be kept by me and the prince. Anything that leaks out will be fake. You suspect there is still a mole? It's not a suspicion. It's a certainty. Sister Lu Ping has already been locked up. The pirates didn't gain any advantage last night either. If you keep saying there's a mole in the manor, won't it make everyone more afraid? Being afraid is better than pretending there isn't one. If the concubine doesn't want to be afraid, you don't have to listen. Chowing. If there really is still a mole, can you catch them? Whether I can catch them depends on whether they make a move. In these 3 days, I will intentionally let some information slip out. Who goes to inquire? Who passes the message? Who gets close to the map and leaves a trace? Sister, if you keep investigating like this, the morale in the manor will fall apart. Morale doesn't fall apart because of investigations. It falls apart because someone did something wrong. Huh? Train the fishing protection team in 2 things. First, obey orders on the ship. No one is allowed to shout their own commands. Second, if you see the pirates retreating, do not pursue them too far. I understand. Is the princess worried they will intentionally lure us into deep water? Yes. They retreated very quickly last night, which means they are familiar with this tactic. Our ships are weak, and our men aren't used to naval warfare. If we pursue, we'll be scattered. I will lead the fishing protection team myself. The prince's wounds haven't healed yet. I'm just leading the team, not trying to be a hero. The prince had better remember those words. In 3 days, if you try to be a hero, I will call you back in front of everyone. Fine. I'll listen to the princess then. You can't even stand steadily on a ship. If you really meet the pirates, you'll just be a burden. You know how to hold a sword, but what's the use? Once you're on the water, you'll just get seasick. Who was holding the railing and vomiting until their face turned white yesterday? Shut up, all of you. If you want to argue, wait until the pirates come and argue for them to hear. Now, the veterans learn to read the water. The islanders learn to follow orders. Whoever thinks they know everything, step forward and tell me first. In 3 days, if you can't learn to cooperate, I'll just wait for you to fall into chaos. The prince's words are quite scary. As long as being scary works. Princess, I've taken men to scout Black Reef Bay. 3 reefs are visible at low tide, but they are all submerged at high tide. If a ship enters from the east, it will definitely scrape the bottom. What about the west? The west looks wide, but there's an undertow at the bottom. It's not hard for a ship to get in, but getting out, it will be pushed back toward the reefs. Princess, this kid is right. If we follow your plan, it's best to leave a fake exit on the west side to make the pirates think they can retreat there. Go back there tonight and mark the reefs that can be used as markers. In 3 days, our own ships must not enter by mistake. I'll remember it. Don't worry, princess. Even if you remember, don't get cocky. If you are discovered by the pirates, the whole plan will be ruined. I know. I won't do anything reckless. The Dowager Concubine says, all of these are for the princess to use. The Dowager Concubine says, there's nothing good left in the manor's storehouse. These fabrics were originally meant for clothes. But now that they can be used for sales, just take them and use them. Princess, is the Dowager Concubine really willing to help this time? I suppose so. The Dowager Concubine always protected the other concubine before. I thought she would never see the princess's good qualities. People don't change in an instant. She's willing to bring things out, because she was truly scared last night. As for what she's thinking, we'll have to wait and see. Is there enough fabric? Enough to make 2 small sails. And if it's not enough, we can use them anyway. There are some old ropes in the storehouse, but not many. If you need them, those old ropes. This is the last of the usable supplies in the manor. If we take it all out, give it to the princess consort first. Yes. Don't worry, mother. I will keep a record of these items, where they are used, who takes them and what remains. Everything will be clearly documented. I'm not afraid of you being greedy. I used to think the manor's reputation was everything. But after seeing the fire last night, I realized reputation can't stop sea pirates. It's good you think that way, mother. The situation on the island is becoming troublesome. You're still as blunt as ever. Time is short now. Beating around the bush only leads to mistakes. Go and get to work. Wanru will help you with the bookkeeping these next few days. Yes, Dowager Consort. Just tell me what needs to be done, sister. I wasn't thoughtful enough before. I will do my best to help these next few days. Then I'll trouble you, concubine. Please record everything entering and leaving the warehouse clearly. Especially the blueprints, ropes, nets, and old cloth. Write down whoever takes them. Understood. Princess Consort. Do you really believe the concubine will help properly? I don't. I'm letting her keep the records, and why let her do it? To make her think she can get her hands on something important. These next few days, the mole will surely be anxious. The pirates are coming. They must figure out our defensive layout. Whoever is most eager to see the blueprints is the one with the most to hide. So the princess consort is doing this on purpose. Lin Wanru might not be colluding with the pirates directly. Then what about the concubine? She isn't stupid enough to hand the manor over to the pirates herself, but she's too afraid of me gaining merit, and too eager to leave herself an escape route. Such a person might not actively harm the whole island, but at a critical moment, she'll do something stupid thinking she's being clever. Princess Consort. If this is misused by our own people, it will also cause trouble. That's why the real blueprints are only with you, the prince, Chen Laoqi and Ake. Everyone else only sees this one. You want it to be stolen? Yes. You're becoming more and more like someone who sets traps. Does the prince dislike that? No. I just think it's fortunate you're on our side. The prince only realizes how lucky he is now. Isn't it a bit late? It's not late. There's still time. Princess Consort Prince, the markers at Black Reef Bay are ready. Uncle Chi says, the tide will be strongest tomorrow night, but the night after will work too. If the pirates arrive in 3 days, they'll hit the returning tide perfectly. Excellent. They don't want the salt fields or the fisheries. They want us to bow down. Then we'll let them know. This island isn't a place they can come and go as they please. The breach is open. We move in half an hour. Understood. Princess Consort. The concubine's maid went to the meeting tent just now. What did she take? I didn't dare get too close, but I saw her linger by the table where the blueprints are kept. Her sleeve looked a bit bulky when she came out. You didn't alert her, did you? No. I did as you said. And just pretended to deliver water. Well done. Should we arrest her now, Princess Consort? What if she really sends the blueprints out? Norus. What she took is the one I wanted her to take. The fake one. I see. But why would the concubine steal the blueprints? Is she really trying to help the pirates? She might not think she's helping the pirates. Perhaps she just wants to leave herself an escape route. Perhaps she wants to prove my defensive layout has flaws. Perhaps she thinks that by holding the blueprints, she'll have more leverage with the prince. At a time like this, she's still thinking about petty power struggles. That's why the human heart is harder to fathom than the sea. The blueprints were taken. Yes. Are you sure it's the fake one? I'm sure. The safe channel marked on that map leads straight to Black Reef Bay. You anticipated she would make a move. I just gave her the opportunity. If she hadn't moved, this would have ended there. But she did. We'll deal with her after the battle. That's what I think too. Princess Consort. There's movement on the outer sea. 3 black-sailed ships are approaching West Bay. They aren't moving fast, as if they're waiting for a signal. They're here. Then let's close the net. Will they really fall for it? They will. If they didn't trust that map, they wouldn't have circled to the outer side of West Bay. Their bows have already turned, which means they're looking for the safe channel on the map. Princess Consort, that channel isn't safe at all. Once they enter, won't their hulls hit the reefs? Not immediately. The reefs aren't exposed while the tide is high. They can get in. But in half an hour, the returning tide will surge in from the west entrance. Once their ships are turned sideways, it will be hard for them to retreat. That's the most dangerous part. If our calculations are off and they aren't trapped within 15 minutes, they could charge straight behind the salt fields. Princess Consort, should we strike now? Before they enter the bay, and scare them off? No. If we scare them off now, they'll just come back next time. Only by making them suffer a secret defeat, and letting them know this island isn't easy to chew on, will they be afraid. I'll follow your lead, Princess Consort. Everyone, stick to the original plan. Do not reveal yourselves early. Prince, aren't you worried at all? I am. But worrying is useless now. Since I've entrusted the strategy to the Princess Consort, I must trust her to the end. I love hearing you say that, Prince. Did you hear that, Uncle Chi? The prince says we must trust the Princess Consort. They're signaling each other, likely checking the channel on the map. Princess Consort, they're really heading into Black Reef Bay. Wait a little longer. Still waiting. They've already entered. Not deep enough. Then how long do we wait? Until they feel they're safe. The more anxious they are, the easier they'll panic. If you want to be a scout in the future, you must first learn to wait. Prince, I'll remember that. That ship has a problem. They're more cautious than I thought. They left one ship outside. Should we intercept it first? No. Let's make sure the 2 inside can't move first. If the one outside wants to save them, it must approach the bay entrance. Once it approaches, Chun Laochi's men can block its flank. My men are all hiding behind the reefs. As long as they dare to come in, I'll let them know. These reefs aren't just for show. Uncle Chi, you sound quite like a pirate yourself. They've hit something. It's not time yet. That was just a scrape. It won't trap them. Wait until the second ship enters the bay. We're only one step away. Wait for them to go deeper. Black Reef Bay will close the door for us. Now, light the lamps and seal the bay. Oh no, it's a trap. This isn't a safe channel. Princess Consort, they're panicking. Get down. Arrows have no eyes. Don't expose yourself to them. I'm not moving, I'm just happy. Hold your excitement. Laugh after we win. Now, drop the ropes on the left. Don't let them hit the reef. The princess's plan actually worked. Don't get ahead of yourselves. They aren't in total chaos yet. If the pirate leader is on that ship, he'll definitely try to force his way through. Forget the salt. Head for the West Pass. Ram those small boats out of the way. It's Zheng Yao. He's on the ship. He's the pirate leader. That's him. The one who's been raiding our ships and burning our nets for years. They all work for him. Princess, my father's ship was raided by him years ago, and he fell ill shortly after. We can't let him get away. Tay, I know you hate him. But now is not the time to act on impulse. If you charge out there now, you'll only give him an opening. If you want revenge, you have to stay alive first. Only by living can you see him defeated. I'll do as you say. My lord, if he keeps ramming us, the bay entrance will open up. Can we close the net? Not yet. What's missing? The tide hasn't fully turned yet. Princess, if we wait any longer, they really will break through. The princess is right. The tide is about to turn back. Han Zhao, don't push forward. Retreat 20 feet. Let them hit the reef themselves. Retreat as Chen Laoqi said. They hit it. He hit the reef. Who gave me this map? This channel is completely blocked. After we get back, we'll investigate who leaked the map. Norus. Let's finish this battle first. They're coming back. Those bastards. If they can't steal it, they destroy it. Forget the salt. We can always dry more salt later. If they escape, they'll just come back next time. Huh? Force them to abandon ship. Do not pursue them into deep water. Xiaoju Shunchaoing. You won this time thanks to these jagged reefs. But that doesn't mean you'll be this lucky every time. Desolate Sea Island isn't a place you can just come and go as you please. Next time you might not even have a ship to leave on. Ha ha ha, defeated prince. And a princess who spends her days picking seashells actually think they own these waters. When I board your ship, there won't even be a single fishing net left. Zhengyao, before you come back next time, you'd better ask the tide if it agrees. Was it you who drew the map? Take a guess. Princess, that was infuriating. He must be furious. Then let him stay furious. My lord, they're in disarray. If we pursue now, we might be able to capture Zhengyao. No pursuit. Those are waters they know well. We won today because of the terrain. Chasing them out there would just give them the advantage. The prince didn't act recklessly this time. That's worth a compliment. The princess is always so reluctant to give a compliment. If you want to hear something nice, I can say it. You commanded well tonight. If you hadn't kept the fishing guard in check, they would have panicked long ago. The same goes for you. Without you, this sea is just a dangerous place. With you, it's our playing field. Let's tally the losses first. This is military-grade equipment. What does that mean? Pirates shouldn't have these. Ordinary pirates shouldn't have dying military weapons. So someone is supplying them from behind the scenes. After you were defeated and exiled to this island, the pirates immediately targeted this place. Now they even have military arms. This is no coincidence. Someone doesn't want me to return alive. And doesn't want Desolate Sea Island to thrive. But we just want to have enough to eat and protect our fishing boats and salt fields. How did this get involved with people from the imperial court? We won the 3-day battle. But the battles to come will likely be even harder. Hard or not, we have to face them. Are you afraid? I am. But at sea, fear is one thing. But the ship must keep moving forward. Don't crowd, the princess said. Dismantle only what's necessary. If anyone breaks anything by trampling on it, when we tally the work points today, I'll deduct it from yours. You're quite good at using the princess's words to scare people. As long as it works. Uncle Seven, look, aren't they all behaving now? Don't get too cocky. If the princess hadn't stopped you last night, you would have charged out to chase Zhengyao. I won't do it again. The princess is right. To get revenge, you must stay alive first. Just remember that. Tally everything we recovered last night. Not much of the salt is usable, but there are plenty of planks and iron nails. And that crate of weapons. The prince has ordered Guard Han to watch it personally. Don't let anyone touch it. Princess. The prince is waiting for you in the council tent. Sister, I know you must hate me right now. But I truly never intended to harm the estate. I was just afraid. Afraid that the pirates would really attack in 3 days. Afraid that something would happen to the prince. Afraid that mother and everyone would have no way out. So you stole the map. I had my maid get the map, wanting to know where we could retreat to, if we couldn't hold the salt fields. I never expected that map to fall into the pirates' hands. Your maid has already confessed. After she got the map, she went out to find your contact, but was intercepted by a stranger on the way. That man claimed you sent him to collect it. So she gave it to him. My lord, princess, I truly didn't know that man was with the pirates. My lord, I didn't tell her to give the map to an outsider. I really didn't. I only told her to bring it for me to see. I never meant to harm you. You never meant to harm me. But you never thought to trust me either. My lord, you fear the pirates. You fear Chowing gaining merit. You fear having no place in this estate. You always say you're just worried. But every time something goes wrong, others have to bear the consequences. Wonder, why did you do this? The princess had already arranged everything. Why did you have to touch the map behind everyone's back? Mother, I was just afraid that sister would lead everyone into danger. You've said before. Sister acts too rashly. I just wanted to look out for you and the prince. Lin Wanru. You're still trying to drag Mother into this to share the blame. If you were just afraid, you could have asked me, you could have asked the prince, you could have said it in front of everyone. But you didn't. You chose to steal the map. You chose to secure your own path in secret. You chose to put your own peace of mind above everyone else's safety. And what about you, sister? Can you honestly say you have no selfish motives? The prince trusts you now. Even Mother has started to side with you. You won, so naturally you can stand here and tell me I'm wrong. But what if we had lost last night? Would you still be standing there so smugly? When you stole the map, were you thinking of sharing the burden? Or were you just looking for an escape route for yourself? Lin Wanru. From today on, your status as a secondary consort is revoked. You will remain on the island, but you will no longer live in the main residence, nor will you interfere in estate or maritime defense affairs. You're stripping me of my title? My lord, I followed you all the way into exile here. If I have no merit, I at least have hard work. You can't just punish me because of a few words from your sister. It's not because of her words. It's because the salt shipment was seized, the fish pens were destroyed, and you knew the pirates were out there. Yet you stole the map. None of these are small matters. Enough, Wanru. It was my fault for being too partial to you before, making you think that as long as you cried, you could get away with anything. But this time you can't. Mother, even you have given up on me. It's not that I've given up on you. It's that I can't let you keep making mistakes. Will the princess and the secondary consort still be unconvinced? Whether they are convinced or not doesn't matter. Then what does matter? That she doesn't cause any more trouble. That is enough. What about the military equipment in the capital? The pirates have military-grade weapons. Does that mean someone is still trying to harm the prince? Yes. Han Zhao has already investigated. That batch of arrowheads came from the Southwest Armory. If we pursue this further, it will expose old cases in the Imperial Court. Do you want to pursue it now? Not now. I used to always think about returning to the capital, thinking about clearing my name from the defeat, thinking about regaining my military command. But last night I suddenly realized, if this island cannot be defended, even if I know who harmed me, it's useless. I will have Han Zhao secretly send the evidence to trusted former subordinates. That hand in the court will be exposed sooner or later. So first build the island. First build the city. If the pirates are defeated once, there will be a second time. There are people in the court who don't want us to live, so we must live in a way that they can see us. Salt fields, fish markets, shipyards, docks, they all need to be built. And the fishing guard shouldn't just be called a fishing guard. Is the prince planning to build a navy? It's too early to call it a navy. Let's call it the Coastal Defense Battalion for now. The prince finally doesn't think starting from scratch is too shabby. I have no right to think it's shabby. Make sure it's all steady. Don't miss the tide. The piling here is crooked. The tide isn't flowing smoothly. It needs to be redone. Princess, do I look like a real soldier? You do. It's just that your face is still too young. The pirates might think you're here to deliver fish. Ha ha ha. Princess, can't you give a proper compliment? I can. When you become more steady, I'll give you a full compliment. Then he'll probably have to wait many years. Seventh uncle, whose side are you on? I'm on the princess's side. Ha 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 ha. Mother, what is this for? This is something Juer's grandmother left for the official princess. I kept it for a long time, always feeling that your temperament was unstable and you couldn't hold up the prince's mansion. Now that I think about it, it was my lack of judgment. Chunk. I used to always use capital rules to pressure you, and I was biased toward Wanru, making you suffer many grievances. If you hold a grudge against me in your heart, I wouldn't dare say you shouldn't. But this desolate island must move forward, and the prince's mansion must move forward too. If you are still willing to help in the future, I won't keep bringing up the past. Good. Accept it. This isn't compensation. It's my acknowledgement that you are the true princess of the Jean Prince's mansion. Princess. It's not that we don't trust you. It's this sea. There used to be too many pirates. If we dock our ships here, if we can't get away, the whole cargo will be lost. Shopkeeper, open your eyes and look. Our coastal defense battalion is guarding right by the dock. Zhengyao's pirate gang has already suffered at Black Reef Bay. What are you still afraid of? Little brother, that may be true. But merchants fear the wets most of all. Shopkeeper, look at the goods first. If the goods aren't good, it's normal for you not to dock. If the goods are good, then you can decide if it's worth the risk. This salt is really clean. The dried fish is good too.
No moldy smell.
The saltiness is just right. The seaweed and pearl shells are on the shore too. If you don't buy them today, the next ship that docks might not get this price. Princess, don't be anxious. I didn't say I wouldn't buy. We'll take it all. We'll take the dried fish and seaweed too. If there's more next month, we're willing to pay a deposit in advance. Princess, what does paying a deposit in advance mean? It means they're afraid they won't be able to get the goods when they return, so they're putting the money in our hands first. It used to be the pirates robbing us. Now it's the merchant ship's turn, afraid they won't be able to snatch our goods. That sounds so satisfying. It will be even more satisfying later. Prince, why not call it Desolate Sea City? Hasn't this place always been called Desolate Sea Island? Desolate Sea was the name others gave it. Lin Hai facing the sea is the name we chose ourselves. Then Lin Hai sounds better. You kid, you're just good at smooth talking. I used to think you weren't like a princess. But now I know. A princess isn't someone who sits on high waiting to be served. Being able to lead people out when they have no way to survive is what truly makes someone capable of supporting a household. Mother, that's not the whole story. What's missing? What she supports isn't just a household. It's this city. My lord. Speaking in front of so many people. Can't you be more steady? I'm telling the truth. You weren't like this before. I didn't know. The princess I married could understand the sea. Now I know. Are you afraid? Afraid of my unknown origins? Afraid that I know too much? Afraid that one day I'll disappear as suddenly as I came? I am afraid. But I'm even more afraid that when you're right by my side, I'll push you away because of my fear. Xiaoju. Yes. I didn't save this city alone. We fished it out of the sea together. Then in the future, I'll have to trouble the princess to guard it with me. Child of the sea, you finally found your shore. What's wrong? Nothing.